10 is just to get some changes agreed with the EU about the delay to Brexit, the length of time that might be involved, and to sort of staple that on to the existing deal, bring it back next week, and in effect say to Speaker Bercow, look, we have a new deal, so will you grant us a meaningful vote 3, in the hope that he will blink. At the same time, privately, there is a huge amount of anger and animosity being directed at Mr. Bercow, who they accuse privately of basically being in cahoots with Remainers in seeking to drag out Brexit in the hope that there might be a softer Brexit or some form of referendum or longer delay or no Brexit at all. As for the Speaker, well, he himself seemed pretty sanguine this morning and unruffled by the whole saga. Here he was after getting his morning cup of coffee.
How do you explain to the public what you did yesterday, Mr. Bercow? It was a very old precedent. You said in January that... Hello, good morning. Mr. Bercow, you said...
I really feel you ought to get yourself some coffee or tea. I did offer to buy you all coffee and tea, but you declined my kind offer. But you've obviously already drunk lots of coffee or tea, and I wish you well. It's a very, very impressive... bobble hat you're wearing there, or perhaps not a bobble hat, but a hat of sorts. Anyway,
you said in January that
I'm sure people are so very grateful to you for showing such an interest at this time of the morning.
It's a very interesting story, Mr. Bercow.
Very well done.
You said in January that Parliament can't rely on old precedents, Mr. Bercow.
Careful, careful. There are cars coming along here. I'm not going to sacrifice myself for your benefit. I know that you attach great weight to what you think, but perhaps you'd be kind enough to allow me to proceed.
How do you explain your decision?
Very good of you to do so.
Okay.
Very well done.
Lots of people are annoyed at this decision. What would you reply to that? Are you trying to delay Brexit? Postpone it? You said in January that Parliament can't only rely on precedent. This is a very old precedent. 17th century one. What made you choose to dig it up yesterday, Mr. Bercow? Do you think it's the right decision? What next for Brexit, Mr. Bercow?
Perhaps, gentlemen, you'd allow me to proceed to work. Thank you. And I wish you a good day. Thank you very much indeed.
Now, whatever the private anger in government at Mr. Bercow, so far, ministers have avoided any direct public criticism of him, although the Brexit Secretary, Steve Barclay, came close questioning his judgment and his decision yesterday.
Well, I think first we should look at other rulings that the Speaker has made. So the Speaker himself has said that precedent shouldn't be a constraint, otherwise nothing would ever change, and yet the ruling yesterday is based on a precedent from 1604. The Speaker himself has said that where the will of the House is for a certain course of action, it is important that that does follow. And indeed, there is guidance from the previous clerk of the House that the government's business shouldn't be frustrated. So there are a number of rulings that we need to look at, but it is the case that the Speaker's ruling yesterday raises the bar, and we need to see what is different as we approach the next vote. And clearly, if members of Parliament themselves are changing their vote, that does suggest that circumstances have changed.